Have you ever felt the need to hide your true self to fit in? This is a question that resonates deeply with individuals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and autism spectrum disorder. They often resort to a strategy known as masking or camouflaging. This is a psychological armor, a facade they put on to conceal their traits or symptoms to blend into social situations. Masking can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can aid with social integration and acceptance. On the other, it can present several risks. It can lead to increased anxiety and depression, burnout, identity confusion, delayed diagnosis and support, relationship challenges, exacerbation of symptoms, and even social isolation. In essence, while masking might provide temporary relief in terms of social acceptance, the long-term risks underline the importance of nurturing spaces where neurodiverse individuals can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment or exclusion. Let's delve deeper into the implications of masking, shall we? The cost of masking is more than just the effort to fit in. It's a heavy price that includes a myriad of hidden risks, which can significantly impact the well-being of those with ADHD and ASD. Let's bring these hidden costs to light. First up, we have increased anxiety and depression. Imagine constantly monitoring and adjusting your behavior to fit the societal mold of normal. It's like walking on a tightrope, isn't it? The stress of maintaining this balancing act, the effort to suppress natural behaviors, can lead to a heightened state of anxiety and even depression. Next, we have burnout. Masking is like running a marathon without a finish line. It demands a significant amount of mental and emotional energy, and over time, this sustained effort can lead to extreme exhaustion, reduced performance, and detachment. It's like running on empty, with no fuel station in sight. Then, there's identity confusion. Regularly suppressing one's natural tendencies and adopting behaviors that are not intrinsically one's own can lead to confusion about one's identity. It's a bit like playing a character in a movie, day in and day out. Over time, one might struggle with understanding who they are versus who they pretend to be in social settings. Fourth, masking can lead to delayed diagnosis and support. It's like wearing a perfect disguise, so perfect that it can hide the signs clinicians use to identify ADHD and ASD. This delay can prevent individuals from receiving the crucial support and intervention they need for personal development and coping strategies. Let's not forget relationship challenges. While masking can smooth out social interactions, it can also create barriers to forming authentic relationships. It's like living behind a mask, and the fear of revealing one's true self can often hinder deeper connections with others. Exacerbation of symptoms is another hidden cost of masking. For those with ADHD, the constant effort to focus and regulate behavior can, ironically, exacerbate those very symptoms. For individuals with ASD, the ongoing stress of social interaction can heighten sensory sensitivities and social anxieties. Lastly, there's social isolation. Despite using masking to integrate socially, it can ironically lead to withdrawal from social interactions. It's a paradox, isn't it? The very strategy used to fit in can result in feeling more alone than ever. While it may seem like a viable strategy, the toll it takes is heavy and can lead to various complications. Let's remember that every individual deserves to be their authentic self without fear of judgment or exclusion. So, what can we do to address this issue? Well, the first and foremost step is to foster a societal mindset that accepts and celebrates neurodiversity. Instead of pushing people to conform to a narrow definition of normal, we should recognize and appreciate the rich tapestry of human minds. This acceptance can help reduce the pressure to mask and the associated risks. Understanding is another key factor. By learning about ADHD and ASD, we can better comprehend the experiences of those with these conditions. This understanding can help dispel misconceptions, reduce stigma, and promote empathy. And it's not just about understanding the challenges, it's also about recognizing the unique strengths and perspectives that neurodiverse individuals bring to the table. Inclusion is the final piece of the puzzle. By creating inclusive environments, in our schools, workplaces, and communities, we can make it easier for everyone to be their authentic selves. A world that embraces neurodiversity is a world where everyone can be their authentic selves. And isn't that a world we all want to live in?